In this video, I'll be showing you how to look up a student through the Student Lookup tab in Campus Calibrate. So go ahead and select Campus Calibrate, Academic Advising and Counseling, and your department to get started. Once you're on here, you'll see a tab on the top that says Student Lookup. Go ahead and click on that, and that will take you to the Student Lookup page. So on here, you'll put the student's ID number, their last name, or an email address. I'm going to go ahead and put my student account just so that we can see how it all works. So on here, I will select myself. And then as you see, my student card populates on here. So from here, you can see the student's information. You can send them an offline message. You can put them as a walk-in meeting, register for workshops if they were offering any workshops, or schedule a meeting with them. If there's any alerts, it would show on here. And then the student notes from previous appointments, like their history log, will show up on here. So this is just an example. This student met with Counselor Fabiola in general counseling for just counseling. It says when it was, the date. If you want to know meeting notes, you would select here in view details, and the appointment detail card will populate, and all you have to do is go to the notes and reason code section. This was just an example, so no notes were inputted, but this is where you'll find those notes on there. If you want to add the student to the walk-in to show on your account, you would select walk-in meeting, and then you would select the counselor, so yourself. I'm going to select Athena as my counselor since I'm using her account. So you can see on the schedule how it will look. You will select the type of meeting location. So if you're emailing a student and you use the phone to communicate with them for a meeting and you want it to show on there, you would just put telephone. And then here you would put the reason. So I'll go ahead and put counseling, create walk-in meeting. So once you do the walk-in meeting, you'll get their appointment details. And then here you can add your own appointment. So I did counseling and then went over maybe CSUG. You want to make sure you have them detailed. For this purpose, we'll just add that. And just like with your appointments when you're doing notes, that's what you will be putting in here. The mark as walk-in will show on here so that on there it shows that this student was seen on a walk-in. You can do save and check out, and once you do that, close it. That student should appear here on your calendar. So it's really tiny because we were only there for a couple seconds, but the green shows on there. When you hover over it, it does say that this person met with Fabiola for a telephone appointment. When you click on there, that appointment details card comes up, and if you go notes and reasons, there's the counseling, and there's the went over CSUGE. Again, this is so that the student can show up on your Calibrate, and you can kind of add in your notes there. And then other than that, for the student lookup, the other thing to know is if you're trying to find a student or put in a student that you met with but their account is not coming up, you can also add the student. The only time I find this useful is if they don't have an account. Maybe you met with a prospective student, they haven't created an account, you can create one for them because if they already have an account in a different email, it will create two different students. So I would just be very cautious when using this adding student feature on there. In the next module, we'll be showing you how to do reports, so stay tuned.